is July 29th, 2024. Today we will be discussing the hottest topics in sports. Team USA, their first game of the Olympics, they won 110-84. I'll give you my thoughts on that, how they won, who was the difference, and why didn't Tatum play? We'll talk about that. We also have some NFL news to talk about. Is Jordan Love overpaid? We'll talk about that. Did Tua get overpaid? We'll talk about that. And does the NFL have a QB quarterback money problem? All these QBs getting paid this big money when some of them, quite frankly, maybe shouldn't be getting paid that. I'll give you my thoughts on that. And should the Cowboys pay Dak Prescott $60 million a year? I'll give you my thoughts on that. And should Brandon Ayuk be paid by the Niners? I have a take on that. All of that right now on the Don't Argue with the Facts podcast. Let's start with Team USA. They beat Serbia 110-84. If I could share my screen here and show y'all the box score. Yeah, here we go. Here's the box score. LeBron James, as you see, 21 points in the game, 6 rebounds, 6 defensive rebounds, 7 rebounds overall, and 9 assists. You see their starting lineup. They went Curry, Holiday, Booker, James, Embiid. Embiid, that stat line is horrific. Jokic cooked him. You see what Jokic had. He had his usual. He had 28 and 5. Not bad day. But the reason they won this game is because of this guy right here. In 17 minutes, Kevin Durant puts up 23 points. He's 8 of 9 from the field. He's 5 of 5 from 3. He's the reason that they won the game. He's the reason they won. Because when he came in and gave them that spark, Team USA, they just took off from there. Serbia never recovered from that. They never did. That was about, here in my notes, it was about, I think, middle in the first quarter. I mean, because you have to, like Team USA, they started slow on offense. Serbia started with a 10-2 run. Then KD comes in and he scores 6 straight points. The last 5 minutes of the first quarter, to me, they were better defensively and offensively. Offensively, Kevin Durant, that's all I gotta say. He legitimately could not miss a shot. I don't even know when he missed his first shot. Probably late third. I mean, he was in fuego, on fire. He couldn't miss. And he is the secret weapon that teams haven't seen until today. Like, Serbia didn't see Durant in the exhibition. South Sudan's in their group when they play them. They haven't seen Kevin Durant. Or they haven't obviously seen him like in the National Basketball Association pictures of the Olympics. I've seen him. He is the leading scorer in Team USA history. So that's a thing. That's a thing that people have to look out for. He might be one of the, if not the greatest Olympic player of all time. In my notes I had, they were better defensively on ball screens in the last 5 minutes of the first half or the first quarter. Kevin Durant, I put all caps, Kevin Durant came in and changed the dynamic. Team USA was struggling. It was close, and then Durant came in, and it was like Serbia didn't know what to do. Kevin Durant, like in some of these shots, it was not bad defense from Serbia, except for the one pull-up he had that he made. But at that point, he was already going. And once KD's already going, we call him Slim Reaper, there was no slowing him down. Early second quarter, Team USA started to build up a lead, really. But then they kind of let Serbia back in again. They got careless. LeBron, Steph, they got careless with the basketball. They when Team USA gets a big lead, they cannot get careless with the basketball. And by the way, just a quick note: Dwayne Wade on commentary, his pronouns he him. Like we get it. LeBron James is him. We get it. Durant's him. We get it. We get it. You don't gotta say his pronouns he him. I love Dwayne Wade, but come on, man. But back to the game. Kevin Durant, there will have 14 points in 7 minutes. 14 points in 7 minutes. That was big. That was big. Because when you get off to a rough offensive start, you don't have somebody all the time that comes. Like Edwards, he made a difference. But I think having Durant come off the bench, one of the top 3 most talented scorers in NBA history, having him come off the bench and being able to give you a lift like he did was incredible. Now, will he come off the bench in the next game? I think it's tomorrow. I don't know if he will. I mean, they'll probably still try and work him back in, but they'll probably go with the same 5. Yeah, maybe they put him in. I'm not sure. As a Team USA, they still need to communicate more on switches. They're not communicating on switches. They're still getting messed up on the switches. So they need to clean that up. Bro, we gotta talk about Joel Embiid. This Olympics, he has not been good. Or the Olympics start the exhibition and now the first game of Olympics. He's not been good. He's had like one good game in there. He's not been good on the defensive side of the ball or the offensive side of the ball. Like, now, do I think they should start Anthony Davis? I don't know if you want to. Like, Embiid's still gonna play. I don't know if you want to. I think you will probably keep Embiid in there. Because when you get AD was like that punch. Like, he double machine. Like, that punch you get from coming off the bench. But him and Edwards in the exhibition were the punches that they would give big punches off the bench. But now that you got KD coming off the bench, I think you're fine. But the starting 5, I still don't like it. I think the starting 5, I don't think Drew Holiday should be in the starting 5. That's just me. I think you should go Curry. I think you should go Curry, Edwards, James, Durant, Embiid. And I think that's what it should be. I mean, you could, if you didn't want to do Edwards, you could keep Book in there for Holiday, but Drew Holiday's, because I just don't think it works, truthfully, even though Drew Holiday's really good. I mean, Holiday and White, they're low maintenance players that make big impacts, meaning they don't need the ball to make an impact on the game in terms of their defensive impact, being able to put them on the best guards and lock them down. I mean, we really saw it in the NBA and really the NBA Finals. Drew Holiday, for a good portion of that series, he was guarding Kyrie Irving, and he just shut him down for 3 of the 5 games. He shut them down. LeBron James took over in the middle of the third quarter, and that's when you kind of knew, okay, USA's going to win this game going away. I mean, when they got to the fourth quarter, the game wasn't really in question, unless they really would have had to blow it. LeBron James, he had a couple of just drives. He had a little drive where he made a layup. He got knocked down. Serbia calls timeout. He comes up and he starts flexing, in the third quarter. I still put Team USA still needs to be better on ball screens. I think the worst defensive game they've played was South Sudan. This might have been the best defensive game they played, I think, so far. And that's good. You did defensively on the ball screens, they were better. They still need to work on that in terms of sometimes they still go. I just hedge and I saw ball screens because drop coverage, I mean, you're going to get cooked. You're going to get cooked if you're in drop coverage against these nations. Team USA, their largest lead in there. This was, I mean, I ended the notes. Their largest lead with 19. They got it up to like 20 something. Team USA dominates and wins. Jokic did his thing, but I mean, they just when Durant comes in when Durant comes in like he did off of an injury and changes the dynamic. I mean, people are talking about LeBron, but Durant is the sole and main reason that they won this game. Now, I just want to get into this now. I understand Tyrese Halliburton not playing because it's a stack roster, especially at guard. Now, from an offensive standpoint, he's probably the second best offensive guard on that team. But for defense, okay, I understand. I don't know what reason you have to not play Jason Tatum. Even Steve Kerr says, I feel like an idiot. The fact that you don't play Jason Tatum any minutes boggles my mind. But you can play Bam Adebayo, who, and that's not indictment on Bam. Like, Bam's good. Like, we know this. Bam is all around. But the fact that you could play Tatum pretty much every game in the world, and you're blowing Serbia out, and you can't find any minutes for Tatum. Tatum's a selfless player. He's good. He's great offensively. It's not like he's bad defensively. He's good defensively. So again, I just don't understand how you can't play Jason Tatum. 0 minutes. Halliburton playing him 0 minutes. Even though as a Pacers fan, I'm like, come on. But I can kind of understand it. From Tatum not playing any minutes, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I will never understand it. I guess from Serbia, I mean, I guess because they were the team, their best player, Jokic, they want to throw bodies at him. So I guess this was a game you play your three centers. You play Embiid, Bam, and Davis. So I guess from that standpoint, okay, but I just don't see how you don't find any, especially they won again. I'm gonna show you this score. I'm gonna share my screen again. They won 110 to 84. 110 to 84 is what they won. You see, actually, I want to play this KP clip. I really do. I want to play this clip. I want to start from the beginning. I'm going to play this clip for you. See what he has to say. I'll play this clip from the very beginning.
Comes down to KD legacy, right? Just think about it when we talk about the NBA. Over the last 3.5 years, Kevin Durant has taken a lot of criticism on the NBA level, right? Mm-hmm. Like switching teams, leaving Steph Curry, going to Brooklyn, that being one of the greatest busts in NBA history. going to Phoenix, the firing of Frank Vogel, all of these things. And then Kevin Durant goes and plays for Team USA, and he like, shut the hell up, right? With that performance he had last night in the first half and with the performances he's had in the past, right? 3-time gold medalist and on the verge of winning his KD legacy, right? Just think about it.
That's the one clip about KD's legacy. Now, this clip, I don't even know. I don't think I can press on it. Hopefully, I don't even know if I can press on it. Steve Kerr saying he felt like an idiot. I don't even know if I can play that clip. Here we go. Yes, I can. Brian Windhorst is the interviewer. This is what Steve Kerr said.
Their big victory over Serbia. Steve, I know you've said many times that when you coach Kevin with the Warriors, you witnessed him come back from injury and play great. But this is an extreme situation. He hadn't played 5-on-5 since April. He was walking into a bench role, which he'd almost never done in his career, into a 27,000-seat arena playing for Team USA, but still with an amazing performance.
It was incredible, but not surprising given what I've seen from Kevin in the past. I've said it before. I think he's the most skilled basketball player I've ever seen. The game just comes so easily for him, and a long layoff like that doesn't seem to bother him. And he was brilliant tonight. Obviously, just shifted the game as soon as he got on the floor.
LeBron has had such great leadership qualities throughout his career. He's been saying and doing so many things through the exhibition season, but he came out and played a totally complete game for you tonight in a situation when you had such great leadership qualities throughout his career. Complete game for you tonight in a situation when you really needed it against a high quality opponent.
Yeah, LeBron had another level that and Spo and Ty Lue both told me, they've coached him before. They said when the stakes are at their highest, he's at his best, and he was really good in the friendlies. But there's a different level of energy, and at 39 for him to still be doing this is amazing. But there are times where he kind of conserves his energy and uses it at the right time, and we needed that tonight.
So this is one of the things that happens when you're the coach of Team USA. You guys play your best game of the whole summer to this point, but you didn't get to use Jason Tatum, who's obviously one of the best players in the league. Obviously, that's one of the hard things to do in your role.
Yeah, it's tough, but Jason handled it really well. I talked to him today before the game.
Of course.
That it may play out this way, just with Kevin coming back and the lineups that I wanted to get to. But that'll change. Jason's going to play. Every game's going to be different based on matchups. He's a total pro. He's first team All-NBA 3 years in a row. I felt like an idiot not playing him.
But you don't play that guy.
40-minute game. You can't play more.
This man is going to be the reason Team USA doesn't win. It's going to be because of Steve Kerr. And I get it in terms of matchups, wise, but him and Bam Adebayo are the same height.
On matchups, he's a total pro. He's first team All-NBA 3 years in a row. I felt like an idiot not playing him, but 40-minute game, you can't play more than 10. You really can't. And
you won.
So I think he's an amazing 26. Guy, great player, and handled it beautifully. And he'll be back out there next game.
You won. That clip. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing it now. That last clip. That last part. If you listen to what he said, it's in a 10-minute game. In a 40-minute game. You can't play more than 10 players. You won by 26. The game was not close in the fourth quarter. So you can't. First team All-NBA, 3 years in a row. You can't find any minutes for Jason Tatum. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, totally. But you still got Steph in them in the game when the game's already decided. Why? Yeah, okay. Let's go Jordan Love, because I'm gonna get even more heated. Let's go Jordan Love here. Jordan Love new contract. Is he overpaid? I'll share my screen. Again. And let's go to NFL.com here. If you, I'll share my screen again. Because you see it. Let's get it up here. Jordan, you see the headline. Jordan Love, 4-year, $220 million contract. Now look at this. It puts him in the highest paid in NFL history. A $75 million record-setting signing bonus. An average of 55 mil a year. Him and Trevor Lawrence. So the top 3 paid quarterbacks right now are Lawrence, Love, and Joe Burrow. Now he was sitting out. Obviously, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but he was obviously sitting out till he got a new deal, and they had after the I recorded the show on Friday. I think Friday night he got that new deal. Is he overpaid? As of right now, probably yes. As of right now, probably yes. But there's no and here's the thing, and this I'm gonna kind of segue this with the QB contract issue. Burrow's made a Super Bowl. And when he's been healthy, he's the only guy to beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. I think he's the only guy to beat Mahomes twice in 1 year. No, Brady did that in 2018, but he is one of 2 guys to do that. So I understand if the Bengals want to pay Burrow. The Jets paying Jordan Love that, or Trevor Lawrence that to me was ridiculous. So again, from Jordan Love's standpoint, I mean, first of all, I think he looks more and more like a combination of Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre every time. Just the mannerisms, the way he played at the end of the year just looked like that. The way he played against Dallas. And the reason I say a little bit Brett Favre is because that 49ers, the ending, the interception, that's not great. Everybody resetting the QB market. We're in terms of if you're top what? Let's say this. Dak is what? Top 12, top 11, top 12. He's gonna, if the Cowboys pay him, he'll be the highest paid because he'll be getting $60 million a year. Because right now them guys are getting, that I just showed on the screen, are getting $55 million a year. So in terms of overpaid, highest paid in NFL history, yes. But if you're telling me, oh, okay, should Trevor Lawrence be paid that? No. But since he is paid that, what's the difference between Trevor Lawrence and Jordan Love? There's no difference. And also, you're in a hostage situation. Also, if you're Jacksonville, or if you were Green Bay, because Jacksonville already gave him that money. So by default, you had to give Jordan Love that money. If you didn't and he was going to sit out, you didn't want that. And also, you had nobody else. This guy is supposed to succeed Rodgers, just like how, okay, it was Favre to Rodgers, now it's Rodgers to Love. So not only are you in a hostage situation where you pretty much have no choice but to pay him, you're paying him the most money out of any QB, or it's tied. And he's the highest paid player in NFL history. This is going to lead me into the NFL has a problem, or the QB market has a problem. And you can put QB and receivers in the same, but I'm not saying that these cats don't deserve their money. But a guy like Dak Prescott, or screw that, who just Tua, he got his new deal. 4-year, $212 million. Right? The new extension. Because when I saw this, I was like, because there were rumors about him potentially being traded, whatever, him not being the franchise quarterback. Here we go. $53.1 million per year is the new. It's the second largest 4-year agreement in NFL history. Right here, Jared Goff, $53 million. First of all, the Lions paying Jared Goff $50. I get it, he just got you to an NFC Championship game, maybe a little bit of an overpay, but I don't. But he just got you to your first NFC Championship game in so many years, so I don't mind it. But Tua, they're giving Tua this money. You have to keep in mind, Tua hasn't even won a playoff game. Tua hasn't even won a playoff game. So this is where the problem comes in. I understand Mahomes breaking the bank when he did 10-year, $500 million. These guys are getting paid more than that. Like, Lamar Jackson isn't even getting this type of money. The Ravens, what they got Lamar Jackson for is a bargain. Even Deshaun Watson, all that money they gave him, all of it, I'm pretty sure, was guaranteed. And he hasn't done jack since he's joined the Browns. So that's looking like an overpay. Some of these guys are overpaid. And I think if, as an organization, you're trying to win a championship, and look, in the AFC, you need a quarterback. That's just a given. You need a quarterback to win. You need one. You can't, if you're in the AFC, like, this isn't the NFC where there's your elite quarterbacks. There's probably 2 or 3 in terms of elite. There's Stafford, there's Hurts, and then Jordan Love is TBD. I don't think Goff is elite. I just think he's in a great system with a great offensive coordinator. And Ben Johnson, I wouldn't say he's elite. In the AFC, you have to have a quarterback, because in the AFC now, just think about it. In the AFC now, it's Mahomes, it's Allen, it's Burrow, it's Jackson, it's Rodgers, it's Herbert. I haven't even got into Anthony Richardson, who, if he can stay healthy, is great. I haven't even gotten to Stroud. Tua. I haven't even got Lawrence. Like in the AFC, if you don't have a quick quarterback, you're not winning anything anytime soon. If you don't have a great quarterback, you have no chance of winning. And that's in the National Football League always been. In the NFC, you have more of a chance. In the AFC, you don't. Like in the AFC, like people have to put this in the big picture. In the AFC, there are so many great, like I'm telling you, like I said in my predictions, I think it might have been 2 or 3 weeks ago. Somebody is going to be a good, there's somebody that's going to be a good to great team that's going to miss the playoffs. Like, imagine if they were still in the 6-team system or the 6-team for each conference playoff system. It'd be so much harder. So, them actually going to 7 teams now for each conference is a blessing. So many good quarterbacks, so many great teams. So, I think where organizations are going to have a problem is, I wonder where Anthony Richardson, if he plays great, what is he going to get? Stroud's already playing great. What is he going to get? Think about it. Jordan Love, Trevor Lawrence, and CJ Stroud all have the same number of playoff wins. So if those guys got $55 million, what do you think Stroud is going to get? Because Jordan Love doesn't have a division title. Stroud does. I think they have a problem. And let's segue this into the Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott. This Dak Prescott whole contract situation's on Jerry Jones. Because like last time, remember Prescott went out there, I think it was pandemic season. He got hurt. Now, the rumor, and this is from Bleacher Report an hour ago, is he's on track. This headline if you're a Cowboys fan, depending on how you feel on Dak Prescott, you're probably saying this headline, Dak Prescott on track to become NFL's top paid player. He's on track. It would be during a Monday appearance on ESPN revealed that Prescott may wait when his price is going to be through the roof. And to be honest, I don't blame them. Now, here's the clip. I'm going to play this for you. But before I play this, I don't blame Dak. If teams are going to offer him the bag, wait till free agency. But if I was a team trying to win a Super Bowl, I'm not going to pay him.
Let's talk about some teams around the NFL. Dallas Cowboys situation.
On CD, you talking?
No. Your eyes closed. I thought you were gone. I thought you left us there for a second. Happy you are here.
I'm here.
Okay.
I thought you were gone.
No. Well, I'm happy that we're both here. That's good news for both of us. All parties are currently present. Yeah. Back in the office studio you have at the house, better than in the car. We appreciate you joining us here. So let's go to the Dallas Cowboys. Clarence Hill reported via an interview of some sort where Jerry Jones talked about the future revenue of the NFL because of this Sunday ticket situation. Now, this is being alluded to by a lot of people as being maybe a reason why Jerry Jones doesn't want to dump a bunch of upfront money to people at the current moment. Is that accurate? Is CD, Dak, Mike?
Before I play the rest of this clip, I just want to say something. He has to pay Prescott, Lamb, and Micah Parsons. If I'm Jerry, I'm paying Lamb and Parsons before I pay Dak Prescott. That is just me.
McCarthy, I mean, everybody seemingly is in a contract situation over there, and Jerry's not spending. Why is that? What are we looking at? And how does it all work out, you think, Shefty?
Yeah, I don't believe that's why they haven't reached deals with these people. Again, why is it that every other team in the league is signing players and they're not? So the Cowboys are going to lose wages here and not make certain amounts of revenue. The Dallas Cowboys, the cash printing factory, that's the Dallas Cowboys, and they don't have enough to pay their own players, but teams like the Dolphins and Packers and everybody else does. The Cowboys are cash poor all of a sudden? I don't think so.
Well, then what is the deal? Well, how's it work out? Are they waiting to see? What do you think happens?
I just think that they are in a tough situation. They have allowed themselves to be, I think, passive here this offseason. And when you are reactive rather than active, you put yourself into difficult positions. And they put themselves in a tough spot here all along. With CD Lamb, it would have been great to be out in front of it to get that deal done before some of these other wide receiver deals done. Now,
by the way, it's been rumored that CD Lamb wants to get Justin Jefferson money. He's not getting that. If he gets that, I don't know what Jerry's doing. And that's not to say that CD Lamb isn't a great wide receiver. He is. But Justin Jefferson is like once in a 10 to 15 year. Like, he's a generational receiver. Let's just call it like that.
The thing here is that CD Lamb was very smart. He wanted to wait for these other deals to get done because it was only going to elevate his market. Dak Prescott is in a situation where it's just incredibly difficult for the Cowboys to negotiate with him because of essentially what they gave him in the past. They gave him the ability not to be tagged. They were the ones that franchised him twice before. They were the ones that have put themselves in a situation where now, if and when he hits the open market after the offseason, his price is going to be through the roof. He's going to set the record, highest paid player in NFL history. It's going to be a number that we haven't seen before in the National Football League. So to get Dak to do a deal now, you'd have to pay a ridiculous amount of money, a number that the Cowboys haven't been willing to get to. And I think everybody, frankly, will be a little surprised at how high Dak's price climbs after the season if he remains unsigned. So that's that deal. And Micah Parsons, that deal's not going down if he keeps playing the way he does. So they're just in a spot. I don't believe it's DirecTV money or losses. They're just in a tough spot trying to re-sign guys that are hard to re-sign right now.
Because and Adam Schefter, that was great insight there on the Pat McAfee show. But Jerry gets in trouble because he waits till the last minute to sign guys. He does. And now what's the cue? I'm going to give Dak Prescott around 60, 65 million per year for 2 playoff wins. Really? I can't give him that. To me, Dallas has already lost players. To me, their Super Bowl window probably is closing. I say don't pay him. You may have to take a hit for a year or two, but start over at quarterback, draft somebody, get them in there, develop them, and then see. Now, if you're still trying to win now, then yeah, pay Dak, but you're not going to win now. That's the thing. They're sitting there in win now mode, but they're not going to win now. They are not going to win now. That's my thing. So when we talk about trying to sign Dak Prescott to this ridiculous amount of money, to me, I'd sign CD and Parsons first. And I know what I just said about you have to have a quarterback in the NFL to win, but Dak, he hasn't won. He's had good to great rosters. He's had plenty of chances to win, and he hasn't done it. And it's not all his fault. But in terms of winning the Super Bowl, Dak, you're going to be wasting your time. I'm sorry. To me, if I'm Jerry, I'm not paying him. I just can't do it. I wouldn't be able. I just can't bring myself to do it. Something would have to change where he would just have to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Like, he would have to be top. He would have to be playing like a top 3, top 4 quarterback. Let's go to Brandon Ayuk now. This is going to be the last topic before I get out of here. His contract. Brandon Ayuk. Right now, he's still on that 4-year, $12 million contract. This year he's going to make a fully guaranteed $14 million with his 5th-year option. Brandon Ayuk. I mean, this has been one of the biggest clusters of the offseason in terms of contracts. Rival Scouts, share my screen again, says he's legitimately unhappy. He's legitimately unhappy. Yeah, you see one of the top Super Bowl contenders. They're loaded, offense and defense. Remember, this offseason, though, they did lose Arik Armstead. So, star wide receiver Brandon Ayuk desired to be traded. They don't give him a lucrative contract extension. Now, remember, they almost got in trouble with Deebo Samuel, but Deebo Samuel, remember when he was playing running back and wide receiver, he was like, I'm not playing running back, but they'll give him wide receiver. And they'll give him a wide receiver deal. And they gave him a pretty good deal. And so they got out of that, But this one, I think they're going to trade Ayuk. Which, to me, I'd give Ayuk money because I believe you need Brandon Ayuk. I mean, you're not even in the Super Bowl last year if Brandon Ayuk doesn't make that catch. So, I mean, Brandon Ayuk is a big part of Brock Purdy's success and what you need to do. Now, they gave Christian McCaffrey, you see the contract extension, the dual threat running back, amassed look at this, 2,000 all-purpose yards, 21 total touchdowns last season, and he's on a 2-year extension with $38 million. That's fine. McCaffrey's probably been your best player on offense. So, I mean, that's fine. I mean, and the scout said he's worth every penny. Now, the Niners don't have to pay Brock Purdy too much money until his rookie deal ends in 2 seasons. So, I mean, he won't. I mean, they won't have to pay him. Just this whole thing with Ayuk, he deserved to get paid. He should get his money. That's my honest opinion on it. He to me is as important to the Niners as Deebo is. To me, that 1-2 combination you just need. Paying Christian McCaffrey before Ayuk, that's a no-brainer. Anybody would do that. But I just think they should pay him, truthfully. And if they don't, and they say, okay, trade me, there will be a lot of teams lining up to get Brandon Ayuk. A whole bunch of teams. Now, I don't know what, they will probably have to give up, teams will probably have to give up probably a first or 2. But if you're on the edge of Super Bowl contention, you probably do that. Now, I know there was another wide receiver, Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins, but he got franchise tagged. So they'll probably revisit that later this season, maybe get a deal done, or maybe next offseason. You never know. But yeah, this has been the Don't Argue with the Facts podcast for July 29th, 2024. We'll be back on Tuesday. NFL is back on Thursday. The preseason, the Hall of Fame game. Was it the Hall of Fame game? It's the Texans and the Bears. College football last week of August is back. I cannot wait for this season. Be moving into college. Hopefully, I can still pump these videos out to you guys. I'm enjoying this. It's been a great time. It's been a great time. It's about to get to that best time of the year, the fall. Not too hot, not too cold. Gonna be warm, and football will be back. Until next time, we'll see you tomorrow or Wednesday. Until then, have a great day and see you.